Good morning, everyone. Today is January 30th, 2022. We are going to chant Wasan and Nembutsu from Shuso Sango Saho and followed by the reading of our pledge and Dharma Talk. So please join me in Kansho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu.十方未尽世界の念仏の主情みそなわし摂取して捨てざれば阿弥陀と名付け立てまつる煩悩にまなこさえられて摂取の光明見ざれども大悲物浮きことなくて常に我が身を照らすなりナモアミダナモアミダ仏ナモアミダナモアミダ仏五濁悪世の我らこそ本能の真理ばかり浄土に至るなれ弥陀の本願信ずべし本願信ずる人は皆摂取者の利益にて無常覚をばさとるなりナモアミダナモアミダ仏ナモアミダナモアミダ仏弥陀のエコを成就して大草元素二つなりこれらのエコによりてこそ信用ともに得しむなれ弥陀大悲の誓願の深く親善人は皆寝ても覚めても隔てなくナモアミダ仏をともべしナモアミダナモア 如来大悲の音読は身をこぎしても遠ずべし知識の音読も骨を砕きてもシャスべしナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダーブツナマンダブツナマンダブツNow we are going to read our pledge. Our pledge. Breaking out of my shell, I will share a warm smile and speak gentle words just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance. I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share in the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift of life I have received, I shall strive to live each day to its fullest, like the Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate all. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Now, I would like to share the 33rd vow of Amida Buddha, which is quoted in chapter on Shinjin of Jodo Shinshu. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. 大本義の玉枠、たとえ言われ仏を得たらんに、実法無量不可思議の諸仏世界の主情の類、我が光明をかぶりて、その身に触るるもの、心身入難にして、人伝を超過せん。もし叱らずは小学を取らじと。The Raja Sutra states, when I attain Buddhahood, the sentient beings throughout the countless, incalculable Buddha realms of the 10 quarters, upon receiving my light and having their bodies touched by it, shall become soft and gentle in body and mind, thereby surpassing other men and devas. If it be not so, may I not attain the supreme enlightenment. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Good morning again, everyone, and welcome to today's service. I feel like it's been a long time since I gave Dharma Talk on Sunday services last time, because we had Northwest District Joint Honko service 2 weeks ago, and we had guest speaker for our Honko service last week. But it was nice to see some of you through Zoom, and I think it is a good idea to utilize Zoom for the special services occasion until we go back to in-person services. And of course, we are going to keep streaming the services online, so people who live distant from Oregon Buddhist Temple can participate the services remotely. And you know, I have been thinking about what the life of the person of Nembutsu is recently. That is true that Amida Buddha established the 48 vows for the sake of ourselves who possesses the blind passions, such as greed, anger, and ignorance, and cannot eliminate them through self-power practices. But this does not mean that it is okay to let blind passions control our mind. I have shared Honen Shongin's word, make blind passions the guest of our mind, and make Nembutsu the master of our mind. We rely on the wisdom, compassionate working of Amida Buddha, and make blind passions as the guest of our mind. And Shinran Shongin, our founder, in his masterwork Jodo Shinshu, there is a chapter discussing true Shinjin and trusting heart. And Shinran Shongin lists the 10 benefits of Shinjin we receive in the present life. The benefit of being protected and sustained by unseen powers, the benefit of being possessed of supreme virtues, the benefit of our karmic evil being transformed into good, the benefit of being protected and cared for by all the Buddhas, the benefit of being praised by all the Buddhas, the benefit of being constantly protected by the light of the Buddha's heart, the benefit of having great joy in our hearts, the benefit of being aware of Amida's benevolence and of responding in gratitude to his virtue, the benefit of constantly practicing great compassion, the benefit of entering the stage of the truly settled. The core of the benefit of Shinjin is number 10, the benefit of entering the stage of the truly settled, so that we attain birth into the Pure Land, immediately attain Buddhahood. So we attain birth in the Pure Land, and then immediately attain Buddhahood. When we, this happens when we pass away, and we return to this world to guide others as Buddha. But there is a benefit, number 3, the benefit of our karmic evil being transformed into good. And in chapter on Shinjin, Shinran Shongin discusses what the true disciple of Buddha is. And in there, he quoted the 33rd vow of Amida Buddha, which I shared at the beginning of my talk. It is said that this vow expresses the benefit of our karmic evil being transformed into good. And the fact that Shinran Shongin quoted this vow under the discussion on the true disciple of Buddha, we can see what the life of the person of Nembutsu is from here. The person of Nembutsu have encountered the light of wisdom of Amida Buddha. So our blind passions will not disappear, but it will no longer be the obstacle for our attainment of the birth into the Pure Land. And the light of wisdom of Amida Buddha gives us the wisdom to see our faults as faults, and also teaches us the importance of caring others. So this is how I appreciate the word become soft and gentle in body and mind means. I am originally from Shimane Prefecture in Japan, but graduated elementary, middle, and high school in Kanazawa City, Ishikawa Prefecture. So I consider Kanazawa City as my hometown. And making things more complicated, I was born in Kurayoshi City, Tottori, and spent my childhood in Tsukiji, Tokyo. So I also lived in Kyoto, Osaka, Rochester, New York, and Sacramento. So my life is the life of moving around city to city. But Tottori Prefecture is known for one of the myokongin named Genza. Myokongin is the one who truly appreciated and enjoyed the teaching of Nembutsu. And I have shared a few episodes of him before, but I have encountered a few other episodes of him. So please allow me to share his episodes today. Genza was a farmer, so he worked on the farm. And one day, he went to his farm and found someone stealing the vegetable. Uzaburo was stealing the vegetable from Genza's farm, and Genza witnessed the scene. Uzaburo felt terrible and tried to run away, but Genza said, ここもええけど、そっちのええところを勘なはれ。Here have the good vegetables, but try over there. It is much better. So later days, Uzaburo remembered about this and said, 叱られたのなら飛んで逃げるということもあるけんど、ああ言われては逃げるにも逃げられず、あがに困ったことは知らんがや。If he yelled at me, then I would have run away. But he kindly said, try over there. I could not run if I wanted to. That was the most troublesome moment in my life. And I am not sure if I can act like Genza. If someone tried to steal my things, I would yell at the person. But this episode of Genza made me remember my experience. When I was in Sacramento, our house got broken in by a few teenagers. And luckily, we were not home, but they stole items like bass guitars and TV. But the neighbor, who was the owner of the auto shop, witnessed the scene. He called the police and he chased the boy with his dog. The police caught all the boys and all of my belongings came back. There are still scratches on my bass guitar from the incident. But what I felt at the moment was not the anger, but felt pity for the boys who had to commit such a wrong act. And I hope they have mended, but if I was at the scene, I don't think I could say like Genza, take this bass guitar, this is more expensive. But Genza's episode is talking about one's mind being gentle. And another episode of Genza is that his grandchildren was playing with shoji screen. And you know how the children likes to put fingers into something. And shoji screen are made of the paper. So soon enough, shoji screen had a lot of holes. The villagers visited Genza's house and he said, じいさん、子供が障子を破りおるがな、なして叱らんだいの。Genza, children are making holes in the shoji screen. Why don't you scold them? Then Genza replied, 子供の自分でなけりゃにゃ、破る時がないだけの。Because there is no time except for the childhood to make holes into shoji screen. And I'm not sure the nuance of the expression conveys well by translating Genza's words into English. But again, if Aoi or Hikaru was making holes into shoji screen, I would scold them. And I really like this episode of Genza. And this episode turns my common sense. Since when I have encountered this episode, I try not to be angry when Hikaru is being too loud at home. He can only do it for a couple of more years, I hope. And if he do it at my age, I would scold him and say, you are still doing that. But I think it is children's job to be loud, run around, jump on sofa, and act like a baby. And of course, I scold him if it goes beyond my capacity and when it is becoming annoyance for other people. But this episode of Genza really made me think about my behavior or my mind. So it was another episode of the person of Nembutsu becoming soft and gentle in mind. Then, what about becoming soft and gentle in body means? Yoga is becoming really popular as one of the temple activities. But becoming soft in body does not mean that we will be flexible like the yoga practitioners. But I believe becoming soft in body means we do not rely on violence or power. The person of Nembutsu do not rely on violence or power, but soft and gentle in body. And also the use of the kind and warm words makes the facial expression of the person soft and gentle. So because of the working of Amida Buddha's primal vow, because of Shinjin and trusting heart we receive from Amida Buddha, we become soft and gentle in body and mind. And I believe this is great benefit we receive in this present life. And as I see so many news of violence and criticism on anything, I really hope that this teaching of Nembutsu spread more. The world will not change because others changed, but the world changes because we, each individual, changes. So I hope more and more people encounter the light of wisdom of Amida Buddha and becomes the person of self-reflection and appreciation. So I hope today's talk was helpful. And in closing, please join me in Kansho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Usually I sing a gatha, but today's Ekoku was Ondok-san 1, so I'm not going to sing a gatha today. But today we are going to have Dharma exchange. So now please go to Dharma exchange Zoom link, which is on Oregon Buddhist Temple's website. And Dharma exchange will start around 11 a.m. So I hope to see you there. And if not, I will see you next week. So please have a wonderful week and please take care. So thank you for attending today's service.